Hello everyone, this is Boba the Vulture, and this is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. It's a real driving simulator right here. None of these fake driving simulators for you guys, only the real stuff. It's the true driving simulator. So let's continue, and I believe last time I said I was going to go make some money, so I guess we should probably do that. Otherwise, I would make past Bobo a liar. Or at the very least, ignorant of what the future was. I would just prove that past Bobo wasn't clairvoyant. I don't want to do that to past Bobo. Past Bobo never did anything bad to me. So, let's take a car out that we haven't taken out in a while. That is still good to win ye old... I could take the Skyline Silhouette formula out, but no. Have I taken... I can't remember the last time I took the Espace F1 out. It could certainly do this. This was maybe the most misspent money that I ever had on just a sort of a whim, because like, haha, how silly, $2 million, I can buy this minivan that will trounce everything ever. It's just a little silly, guys, that's all. But let's go make another $500,000, and then we'll all be happy. Don't we sound happy? Happy, happy. Okay. Already did all that stuff. I was just checking. Now, this thing should be making crazy noise, if I remember right. Hi, revving. Not quite as high as... Well, yeah, in roughly the same neighborhood as that crazy Alfa Romeo V6. Woof. Sort of the car wanted to pivot there, didn't it? Now, one of the big problems with driving this car in this game is that your frontward visibility is restricted because of how tall this dang car is. I can't see what's directly in front of my nose. Yes, I could change to bumper cam, but I don't know, it's just not how I got used to playing this game. Yeah, give me a bump draft. There we go. Just gotta keep up with these so-and-sos. This car slash minivan is fairly willing to take a certain line through a turn and then just hang the tail completely out and mess you up. Alright. Keep on triangling. That wasn't a bad job through that corner. Catch up a lot under braking, which, I mean, I don't know how realistic these things are supposed to be, but of course, I'm just hitting a button, whereas this other driver may be actually attempting to simulate complicated threshold braking techniques. Though he's also driving a car from the 60s, where, you know, the technology of brakes was not as advanced. This is just around the time everybody was like, hey, these disc brakes really do seem to be a great idea. We should put them on every car that we send out to the races. Obviously, that's ridiculous technology to waste on street cars, but, there we go. Yeah, just to see what the 6th place car is here. Was there a lister in this race? I mean, if so, clearly that's going to be it, but, well, there was all that lead that I thought I had clawed back to... Why, thank you. Alright, hold on. Oh, that GT40 driver doesn't get the red mist and start driving extra aggressively and fast. Basically, it all comes down to me not screwing up the last corner, which I pretty consistently do. I guess let's correct that and say it all comes down to me not screwing up the last corner so bad that I can't get back into the gas at all. Something like that. But no, I'm far enough ahead. I think I got it.
Yay! We're back to being millionaires.
Okay, yeah, there's a Lister Storm, so that'll be what finished in last place. I don't know what the big problem was with the Lister Storm. I didn't hear that much about it in the end, but I remember for a while there people were talking about how it was going to be the next big thing. Like Brock Lesnar. You remember how Brock Lesnar was going to be the next big thing? And then he sort of turned out to kind of be, and then kind of not, and then, well, I guess now there's this whole thing with the Undertaker, so I don't know, folks. That may just be it. So maybe the Lister Storm is Brock Lesnar. Maybe that's the comparison I'm making. Not really drawing a whole lot of parallels, but maybe it's what's happening. Let's sell that Speed 12. Now I got $1 million. If I had $1 million, I'd be rich. So basically, now I got $1 million. I can spend it on... Well, let's go to Europe. Start in North City because I want to check that Lister. After all that talk. History of sports car racing with Jaguar cars. They also produce a variety of modified road-going Jaguars until finally building its own supercar, the Storm, in the 1990s. Passion Storm. Sheer presence, there's a little touchless storm. It's a supercar for the man who already has a car full of regular supercars and now wants to try something a bit different. It simply breaks all the rules. It's big, it's wide, and the engine is in the front? What? Oh, no, that's actually pretty conventional. Storm features a 7-liter Jaguar V12 with 2 superchargers, 594 horsepower, and 580 pound-feet of torque. Power-to-weight ratio is astounding. Driving, you should see 60 miles an hour in just 4.1 seconds, 14-inch front discs, and 12.5 at the rear. Ensure braking is as awesome as this acceleration. Ground effects, anti-roll bars, wishbones, completely adjustable. High-tech body shell has me want honeycomb monocoque, and carbon composite roof and outer panels. Modern versions of the Storm have been recently raced. Doesn't really say anything about their success or lack thereof, though, does it? Alright, well, since I'm here, I'll go ahead and buy the $1 million Audi. I suppose, since this one is often entered in the, let's purchase it and get in it. It's our car. It's our new car. And now I will take it over to the TT Challenge. Racing style. At the very least, this car should be something that we can go to take to the money-making race, because obviously it was competing there before. The computer sends it out there, so it should be good enough for that. If I do that twice, I'll be able to go pick up that story after all. Basically, I want to pick up the story for that race, and maybe to be good for one of the Super Touring Championship thingies. And maybe, just maybe, it would be good to go out and do some of the rally races. I don't want to do all the rallies in the same car, you know? Wow, that's very well behaved. You can brake and steer at the same time. Usually that causes a car to just go crazy and spin like a drunk man. Well, it wasn't necessarily true at this point. If there's one thing Audi should know, it's Le Mans. Basically, starting in the years immediately following this game, Audi has pretty much since the years immediately following this game been sort of the dominant name in prototype racing at Le Mans, the 24 hours, in the lead overall categories, so the prototype categories, the fastest cars. They haven't gone undefeated since then, but this is what happens with cars that are this fast. You get to driving them so fast, and you're like, oh man, this car is so quick and everything. Then you come up to a sharp turn, and you're like, wait, I was going like 150 miles an hour. I need more than like 55 feet to stop, you know? You forget. You lose that perception of how fast you're going when everything is going so smoothly. See, like right there, I was trying to accelerate as I came up to the Laguna Seca corkscrew. That's just crazy talk, man. This has definitely been a fun car to go out there in, though. I would say I stamped my authority on that event. Those guys did all mighty fine jobs. But, you know, their cars are really not the same kind of level of preparation as this one is. I feel as though this one probably doesn't even have a real Audi 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder in it. I feel like it's got some other kind of engine. Cheating engine. Cheatum engine. I feel like at one point in time, in playing, what was it? Well, let's look at what this is. 544, so, yeah. See, they all lie about what their claimed horsepowers are to begin with. Alright, well, let's go race this in the Moneymaker race. Just once, at least. Because it's not going to be allowed into the Super Touring Trophy. So let's go enter the All-Stars. Why not? I'm beginning to think that the reason they took Red Rock Valley out of Gran Turismo games following this is people just got tired of running it over and over here, and the designers were like, oh, they must think this race is really boring because people complain about driving on it driving on it over and over. It's like, no, if it was if it wasn't the race where you could earn all the money, like literally all the money, I wouldn't be that worried about it. Wow, you get it all the way out here on the sort of extra high speed course here, and it becomes a tricky son. It becomes a little bit more willing to turn. No, that wasn't the way that I wanted things to go at all. Wow, somebody just drove outside of my house in a car that had a very finely tuned V8 engine in it. I could hear it. Thing requires more counter steering than I was expecting, and then I felt like it needed in the previous race. My gosh, well, I got back up to second at least. Still haven't figured out in this car how to navigate the final turns safely and sanely. And that is in fact hurting my bottom line. Bottom line in this case being overall maximum speed out of there. As with other cars and other times through here, though, I can make it up in that little area. Not the cleanest way around. But I stayed in front for it. Ah, jeez, I was looking behind me to see, did that go okay? And I hit a wall in front of me. Suppose that's where any wall that you would be approaching, you would run into. Anything that you run into, it's probably going to be in front of you. Admittedly, I should have seen whatever that was coming. Oh jeez, this is not the part of the track to be completely losing it like that. Come on, Bobo, get it together, man. Get it together, Vulture. Although, yeah, I will tell you, the car still feels on a very ragged edge going out of the final turn, but at least the past time or two that I've gone through there seems to have at least made it without falling to pieces. Alright, let's finish this up and earn our $500,000, and then I'll see if there's anything else I can do with you, car. Jeez, no, not now. Oh, for... Yeah, well, I guess if you were watching right there, you're probably laughing. If you weren't watching, go ahead and guess what happened. That is probably correct. The thing that you just guessed is probably what happened. I'm less than pleased with this purchase. I want my money back, Audi. I have less than $100,000 in a car that I don't especially like. I have a lot of cars that I do kind of like, on the bright side. Some of these things are very lovely and wonderful. You, get out here. You're the car that always makes me feel better. R30 Skyline Silhouette Formula. I'm just gonna make money with you. Wait, historic car cup. This car is totally historic. So wait, 295 and 394. How much does our Lotus make? Not a whole lot, but it might be enough. I want to win a new car. That might make me feel better. A car I've never won before. Also, that could enter the convertible car world. Yeah, let's take this thing to Grindelwald. It's a convertible. My apologies if you think I'm cheating by using a racing model, but, you know, it is what it is. If somebody actually comes back and specifically complains about any individual ones of these events, I can always come back and beat them later with a different convertible. Tell you what I should take here, actually, is the Motorsport Elise. Think I will do that after I lose this race because I don't have enough horsepower. Bobo, you're already predicting your downfall? Well, yes, look at these guys. I didn't realize they made a convertible form of that old MR2. I don't think they ever sold it in the US. You could get them with T-tops, which is actually a pretty common option. That actually went not bad. Now then, I just have to make it through all this area without now being consistently passed. That didn't go too badly. Yeah. Do I have this? Maybe. Come on, little ancient convertible. So those young pups that they are young sucks. That's right, they are sucks. Wow. That little droid did it. Look at it go. Across the finish line. You won. Good job. I'm going to exit before I watch that again and think about how it went. I got a new car, but I'm not even going to save. I'm just going to continue and go ahead and try the convertible. No, the historical car cup. There we go. Now we've cleared out that area. Let's try the level 2 historic car cup at the Rome circuit here. Is the problem just that it's the Rome circuit? I'm not a big fan of the Rome circuit. It could be, folks. It could be. It could definitely be. Let it be. Let it be. Naked. Oh, right. The problem is that GT40s technically qualify for this event. GT40 race cars do not, but regular GT40s do, and they're just a different world. They're like cheating. And really, you need one like for this specific race, but for nothing else in the game. Hello, fellow Lotus. Would you spare me the opportunity to go after these guys? Ah, who am I kidding? This is a race for third. It's a race for third. I may not win. Oh, whoa. He kept on seeing shifting colors in the horizon, and then I realized, oh, it's the background building still filling in because we're still talking about PS1 here. Well, I didn't mean for that turn to quite be navigated that way, but what the heck? Why not? I sort of caught sight of one of them there for a second, I think. I die. Right, so I forgot about the GT40s. That means this isn't really a good event to be gooding right now. But let's go. We did win a car. I should at least go and look at what it is. What is it? It is an MRS show version 97. This is the, I guess, prototype MR Spider. The successor to the MR2. The texture of the original show car styling had been disappointingly poor in 1997. So they apparently thought that this car sucked? Whatever, guys. I don't know. Either way, though, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture, and this is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. When we come back next time, I don't even know what we're gonna do, man. I guess we're just gonna kick around, try and find some more cash for our Flash, etc., etc. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.